you're still here. And you get another chance this day to do better and be better. Another chance to become more of who you were created and what you were created to fulfill.
Everyone in the world is capable of living outside the role or beyond the roles that they place themselves in, no matter what it is. You're not just a dad, you're not just a banker, you're not just a brother or a son or a convict. It doesn't matter. Like, everyone is bigger, much bigger, infinitely bigger than the roles they place themselves in, and is capable of reaching potential greater than anything they could imagine.
You can live the life you desire. It's right there in front of you. But in order to achieve it, you must first see it, then believe it, and then you must graciously ask and train your brain to help you execute your vision.
So when you start to focus and you delete distraction from your life, and you start to get seriously invested in doing one thing staggeringly well, and you practice that one thing over and over, a term to think about is mundanity. You do one simple, seemingly insignificant thing every day around your main skill, and it's very mundane, but small daily improvements over time lead to world-class results. Well, here's what happens in your brain. You start to isolate a single neurocircuit around that skill, and that starts to trigger a certain type of brain cell called an oligodendrocyte, which then releases myelin. Myelin is a fatty tissue that starts to wrap around that single neurocircuit related to that main skill you've been practicing. And when myelin starts to wrap around the brain circuit, what happens is you have accelerated learning times, you can see more quickly, heightened perception, and you'll learn more quickly. And that is really the quote-unquote secret of the great producers. It's not a result of some natural gift, but their daily practice, their relentlessness and their grit, their work ethic, and their singular focus and sacrifice. A great life is built not by revolution. A great life is built by evolution. Small and steady wins the race. What you do every day is far more important than what you do once every decade. I want you to really think about that idea. What you do every day is simply your life in miniature. And as you live every single day, so you're crafting your life. What you do over the next hours is really building your future. And if you can just get every single pocket of 24 hours right as best as we humanly can, the rest of our life is going to take care of itself. So small wins matter.
The scripture says we will eat the fruit of our words. You are planting seeds when you talk. At some point, you're going to eat that fruit. My challenge is make sure you're planting the right kind of seeds. If you want apples, you have to sow apple seeds. If you want oranges, you can't plant cactus seeds, poison ivy seeds, mushroom seeds. You're going to reap fruit from the exact seeds that you've been sowing. In other words, you can't talk negative and expect to live a positive life. You can't talk defeat and expect to have victory. You can't talk lack, not enough, can't afford it, never get ahead, and expect to have abundance. If you have a poor mouth, you're going to have a poor life. If you don't like what you're seeing, start sowing some different seeds. We may not realize it, but we're always feeding ourselves. What we watch, listen to, the people we're around, the thoughts we're dwelling on, that's feeding our inner man. If you go to lunch with people that talk bad about the boss, make fun of a coworker, put down a friend. They're feeding you gossip, feeding you jealousy, feeding you disrespect. Here's the key. Whatever you feed is going to grow. You may not like what they're feeding you. You're a nice person. But if you continue to hang around them, before long, you'll be gossiping. You'll be critical. You'll be disrespectful. Why? Because you kept feeding the wrong things. If you're always feeding negative thoughts, thinking, I'll never get well, I'll never meet the right person, you're feeding doubt, feeding mediocrity, feeding fear.
If you know exactly what you want to be, you need to spend as much time with people that are actually that already. You cannot let a fear of failure, or a fear of comparison, or a fear of judgment stop you from doing what's going to make you great. You cannot succeed without this risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. And you cannot love without the risk of loss. You must go out and you must take these risks.
You don't have the time to waste time, because time doesn't wait till you discover your purpose. If you don't know why you was born, time is still moving. And if you discover your purpose at 90 years old, it's too late.
You don't know how young you are. What if you die in 2 years? You're pretty old right now. You got 2 years left. And if you're 50 years old and you're feeling discouraged, well, remember the advice about planting a tree. When's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago or today? So if you're 50 and you feel like life left you behind, well, get started right now. Better late than never. Better late than never. Don't think about time and age so much. It gets people distracted. When the whole world's distracted, you be focused.
You have to trust your own voice, your own ideas, your honesty, your vulnerability, and through this you will find your way. You do not have to be fearless. Just don't let fear stop you. Live like this as best you can, and I guarantee you will look back on a life well lived. You are capable of greatness in your profession, and more importantly, in your quality of self. Stay hungry. Stay young at heart. Take those risks. You are going to change the world around you in big ways and in small.
But see, anybody, if you want to, can go searching for a good plan, pick it, and start working it. And sure enough, as the time passes, as it surely will, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, then you'll be winding up wearing what you want to wear, driving what you want to drive, living where you want to live, become what you want to become. But now's the time to fix the next 10 years. And who can? Anybody.
You were created to give life and make a difference with your gift somewhere. That's why you came to this place.
You want to improve? You want to get better? You want to get on a workout program or a clean diet? You want to start a business? You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application? Where do you start? You start right here. And when do you start? You start right now. You initiate the action aggressively. You go.
Iron doesn't become a sword until it's burned and beaten in fire. Your life is like iron, and it's getting burned and beaten into a sharp sword called your life. Are you ready to be beaten and burned? Because the sharpest swords go through the hottest fire. Are you ready? Because what you're going through in life right now is beating you down. From the money problems, to the relationships, to the quarantine, to the lack of food, whatever it is that you're dealing with in life right now, it's taking you out. And it's your responsibility to sharpen your sword, to take the disasters and crises that you're going through in your life right now and to make you better. The happiest, most successful people in this world took the hardest moments in their life and flipped them into the best thing that ever happened to them. You got an opportunity right now to take that horrible situation that you're going through and make it the best thing that ever happened. Or you can give up. You can give up where you are and surrender and act like nothing changed in your life, but there's no progression in that. So you gotta ask yourself, why is my life never changing? How come it's always the same situation over and over again? Well, stop giving up and stop letting the bad situations that happen in your life and do something about it. Do you get angry? Are you sad? Do you have depression? You need to use it for your fuel. You need to use it to keep going. You need to say, this was me and I need to get better. This was who I am, but it's not anymore because I want more and I'm getting sharper and I'm growing stronger. You have to find the opportunities in your struggle. You have to find the light. You have to find a way to make it better when you're in the worst situation you've ever been in. You got people that are counting on you. You got people that are depending on your success. And you're sitting around acting like you're the victim. You need to get out of that victim mode and you need to start going for what you know you need to do. Your lack of discipline is an insult to all the people who believe in you. This isn't about impressing others. This is about bettering yourself. Some people want it. Some people wish for it. And others make it happen. Who are you? You got a heartbeat, then you can do it. Because your determination is gonna make it a reality. Stop whining and start grinding. Because you got opportunities in front of you. You're just not seeing the bigger picture. How many risks are you able to take? How uncomfortable can you go until you need to get where you need to be? Because the biggest enemy you got right now is in between your ears. What you're looking for is not out there. It's within. It's your time to become better. It's your time to live your best life. And it's your opportunity. Are you going to take? It's time to put in the hard work that you didn't know that you can do. It's time for you to make a change and do something you've never done. Because you got to have the attitude that when you get knocked down, you're getting right back up. Even though you're bloody, beaten, and bruised, you're getting back up because you got a goal and you got a dream that you're trying to accomplish. No matter how much it hurts right now, someday you will look back and realize your struggles changed your life for the better. No matter how hard the past was, you can always start over. If you can't change a situation, then you need to start changing your mindset. Because when you stop saying, I can't find a way, and start saying, I got to find a way to make this happen, is when your life starts to change. So it's up to you. Are you going to start rusting yourself from the inside, from the iron? Are you going to turn yourself into a sword, strong and sharp, beaten through the fire? It's up to you. This is your life. But if you want to stay the same and stay average, then stay away from me. So the people who are disciplined, motivated, and ready to put in the work, let's go. Because this is for you, and you know who you are. So surround yourself with the people that feel the same. It's never too late to surround yourself with the people that you want to become. Because we got no excuses, no complaining, no whining, no crying. Because we do this. We get it done. We do what we say, and we make it happen. That's why we're the top. That's why we're the elite. That's why you can't stop us. Unstoppable. Bring the struggles. Bring the fire. Put us through the trials. We'll come out victorious. My name's Addison Zegan, and I just want you to win.
Here's the thing. Because yeah, I got problems. We all got problems. But what you do when you're faced with the hard times in your life is what you're made out of. Is what you become. You don't become great by getting everything handed to you. No, that's not a reality. What happens is you go through the struggles, you go through the hardest moments in your life, and then you find out what you're made out of. You find out how much fire you can go through in your life. It's not easy. It's never easy. It's always hard. It's always ugly. And to be honest, it's what makes you you. So embrace it. Embrace the hard times in your life because they won't last. Embrace what you have right now in your life because it could be gone tomorrow. And that's the reality. That's the reality that we don't live in a societies that we say, oh, it's going to be around forever. I got enough time in the world, but the reality is that you don't have enough time. Your phone's on some kind of percentage that you don't know when it's going to turn off and shut down forever. That's your life. You could be on your deathbed tomorrow. And there's not enough people out here preaching this message saying, live your life to the fullest. Take risks. Make the commitment. Push yourself past your boundaries. No, they don't want you doing that. They want you in your 9-to-5 job where you hate your life and you're miserable. Why? Because it benefits them. And that's the sad reality is that you spend paycheck to paycheck without ever getting ahead. And you're stuck and you're trapped. And there's people out there that are going to preach the opposite, saying, you know what, live beneath your means. It's not about a paycheck. It's about your happiness because you only got a certain amount of time on this earth to affect a certain amount of people. So start putting your effort into something you believe in. Even if it means you have to lose everyone and everything. That's the problem. People aren't willing to risk. You're not willing to risk your happiness for a year towards a goal that you know you believe in. I believe in suicide prevention. I didn't always believe in it, but I believe in it now. And I volunteer my time on the phones, talking to people on the worst day of their life. And it's hard, but it's needed for me. It's what I'm good at. I know it's making a difference. To How are you going to make a difference in this world? You only got a certain amount of time. Start utilizing it. I can't tell you how hard it is just to keep getting beaten down and just feeling like you're going nowhere and waking up every day knowing that today you gotta fail. Today is the day that you have to wake up and things aren't gonna go the way that you want them, and you're not gonna accomplish what you set out to do, but you just might get a little bit closer. Maybe. And that's the hardest thing for people, and that's the hardest thing for me, is just to wake up and admit that I'm gonna fail, admit that I'm gonna do something wrong, and then I'm gonna screw up. I feel that I'm such a lone wolf in this life because I have the dedication just to constantly make mistakes. And I do it in my relationships, and I do it in my businesses, and I do it in my life, and I learn from my mistakes. That's the difference, is that I don't keep making the same ones. And the people that get to hang around me, and the people that know that Addison's gonna mess up, he's not gonna be perfect, but he's gonna keep swinging, he's gonna keep going up to bat, and the people in the crowds are gonna keep yelling at him, booing him, and just saying that he's the worst person in the world. It's gonna happen. I know it because I live it. I constantly wake up with that, knowing that that's what I do. That's who I am. And I've accepted my flaws and my failures. And I've taken my flaws and my failures and I've set them down to build a bridge over my problems. To know that I'm not perfect. To know that there's always something that I can improve on. That's the hardest thing. Just to keep swinging. To get up there and swing with all your might, even though you might not hit that ball. Just to keep going. To get up to the plate. To not listen to the naysayers. To the people who say you can't do it. Give it your all and take that swing. I know it's not easy. I know you might miss. I know you might fail. But I need you to step up there. And I need you to swing with all your might. I need you to give it the best shot you got. Because if I can live my life and not be worried about the criticism and the hate and and the reviews and the negative and the naysayers. And so can you. Just get up and do what you know you need to do. We're all dealing with it in our own ways. You are one of a kind. There's no one in this world like you.
What's up? What's going on? Yes. All right. If you got a dream, you got to protect it. Yeah, I'm going to say that again. If you have a dream, then you got to protect it, man. There are so many ways that your dream will slowly disappear, and it's without you even realizing it. And those dreams, they're not going to reappear until you're on your deathbed. And you're going to be regretting that you didn't take better care of that dream. So first off, anything or anyone that disrespects your dream needs to be cut out of your life. Yeah. You got friends talking bad about your dream? Gone. You got negative family members? Get rid of them. You got one life, and just like that cell phone in your hand right now, that battery is gonna die. And every minute it gets closer and closer. So let me ask you this. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want your dream to come true? And let me guess, you're really good at planning out how it's gonna get done, but you don't have enough time. You don't have enough money, and you don't know the right people. Well, you don't this, you don't that, you just don't. And that's all excuses created in your mind. And if you don't believe me, then check this little story out. I come up to you and I say, hey, my company just got bought out by Google, and they're moving me and my team to California. They got us a private jet, they got us a mansion with the Lamborghinis in the garage. I need you to get ready, because in 3 days, our new life is starting. And oh yeah, you're now the CEO. What? Yeah, every single one of you would start getting on the phone, calling your girlfriends, quitting your job, packing your bags, and getting ready for the good life. And that's exactly my point. When you gotta guarantee you're all in. Well, let me tell you this. Your dreams are a guarantee. You just gotta go all in. You put in the effort. You change your life. You stop wasting time and drop everything and fully commit. And start believing in your guaranteed dream. Now let me get real with you. It ain't gonna happen overnight. You're gonna spend nights awake working on your dream. You will cry heavy tears of pain and frustration. Taking care of this dream is harder than taking care of a baby. All your money, gone. All your free time, gone. But it's not gonna matter. Your dream will grow, and the joy you will receive from creating nothing into something is a feeling of